How about that? Can you hear me now? Can you all hear me? Are we doing all right there, sign boys? Hello, live people. Fingers up, thumbs up. I tell you what. Good evening, Sue. Welcome to the show. You can hear me now. That's important because we're having a wee bit of an issue here now in Low. It would never have to be anything other than an issue with me, would it? Eh? So, welcome to the show and welcome to Reach Across Live, which means it's Monday night, and therefore I'll be doing readings for you. Okay. Um, but more importantly, like I always say, it's all about being able to connect. So the connection is not just me; it's connecting via yourselves and connecting to everybody on the other side. So you have to do the connection as well. So therefore, within that, I need you to be kind of proactive and please, without saying without saying anything sort of rough, please don't write the words anything for me. I really don't like that. Everybody can hear me loud and clear. That's wonderful to hear. So I want to say good evening to everybody one more time. So Catherine has joined us. Catherine McMillan, lovely to see you. Maria's with us. Kathy is with us. Alison is with us already. Sue Vinicum is with us. Lovely to see Sue. Lynn is with us. Happy birthday, Lynn. A big, very, very happy birthday to you today. Maria is watching me on a 75-inch television. Lovely to see you all. Don't forget, please share the show. And I noticed that the only person, I know, Alison and Maria are coming in via Facebook. If you would go across, if you click onto YouTube, in whatever format you're using, and go into YouTube, type in the YouTube search bar, Paul Francis Medium, and it'll take you directly to the show. The reason I want you to do that is the YouTube format is far more stable than the Facebook one. Because after a while, I've been getting feedback that people were talking about him, and then all of a sudden, Facebook switched them off. So rather than that happen to you, the best thing to do is to watch me via YouTube. Now share. Please get out there and share the show. Maria says, I'm on a YouTube link. Well, it's telling me that you're on Facebook. Let me just bring it up on the screen so you can see. Look, see the big F at the bottom down there? That's Facebook. Okay. Even though you say you're on a YouTube link, it's coming in via Facebook. So that tells me that you're on Facebook. So here we go. It is Monday night, so it is Spirit Quest, and the feedback on the other show is excellent. It's a lot better than what I was expecting, to be absolutely honest with you, because I'm still trying to get it to find its feet. And next week, this coming Thursday, I have a special guest on, Crystal Rose. She is due to come and join me on Thursday night, so I'm looking forward to that. Now, Facebook, if you wish to know, let me just bring that up now. Facebook, I wish to let you know that my husband is. Does he remember us children? I miss him massively. I don't know who you are because, as you can see in the bottom of my screen, it just says Facebook user. Go across to YouTube and type into YouTube Paul Francis Medium, and it'll bring you through to the show. I'll be able to see who you are and happily chat with you. Mary Erickson has come in and joined us as well. Mary, welcome. As always, welcome to the show. So here we are live, and we're doing our best to facilitate. The big thing about this here is not only doing the links for people on the other side of life. And by the way, I don't do the links straight into the show, so don't expect me to do links for you unless something has been really pushing me to get me to link in. But I haven't had that yet, so I will be chatting with you to build up the energies, and that's what that's all about. And one other thing that as well, it's really important to get across to everybody that don't assume that you'll get a read. I'm not talking about just by me. Never assume that you'll just get a read. Okay. Um, preordain the reading, whether it is in my show here live, or if you're going to see another psychic medium somewhere, preordain by building up the energy with your loved one in advance. All right. Start bringing them through. Sit down, go into a little meditation, think about them strong and hard, and say to them, I'd really, really love it if you could make yourself aware to me tonight, be it here in our room or be it on Paul's show, whatever the case may be. But I need you to help them to build up the energy so they can do the reach across. You follow me? So if that's what it's all about, it's about the connection. They don't necessarily want to talk through me. They're going to want to talk to you direct. But I'm here to help that facilitate anyway. So questions and answers will be what it's all about. Tonight, I'm coming to you live on the United Public Radio Network, of course, on 105.3 to 107.7 FM. And that's coming to you live from New Orleans. Yes, indeed. Live across the airwaves to New Orleans. So everybody in the United States and New Orleans, a very good afternoon to you and welcome to the show. If you're driving and listening to me today, be careful, watch those roads and don't do any meditations while you're driving. Police tend to look really not too favorably on that. But if you are on your way home, why not hop onto your computer, onto your cell phone, onto your laptop, onto whatever unit you use, and go into YouTube and come and watch me. Paul Francis Medium is what you need to put in the search bar. Boom, and it'll bring you straight here. So, did it change, says our Maria? No, is the answer. There you go. But anyway, it doesn't matter as long as you're watching the show and enjoying the show. The wonderful people at the United Public Radio Network, Joe and the team, are responsible for bringing me here, and I am so grateful. And thank you to you guys for making it happen. But getting more feedback on people who've just received their copies of my book, The Safe Way. Thank you. Thank you so much for your responses. And that it's well, you know, it's the different responses. It sounds like I'm kind of like self-promoting when I'm talking about it. But what I wanted to hear is how it's helping you. And I'm getting that. You know, opening people's eyes, taking away, you know, hearsay, taking away all of the stuff that people sort of, you know, built up through what I call the Hollywood mode. And because the show, or sorry, the book is all about realistically understanding what energy is, because we are all energy and we are all connected at a source to energy. Our friends and family who are in spirit energy. So it's all about energy, how you affect energy physically, how it affects you physically, and how you affect the physical world around you. So the book is all about that. It's all about teaching you how to clear, understand, and balance. And it's called The Safe Way. So basically, the reason I named it or titled the book The Safe Way was how to help you to work in this area of your life and do it safely, the safe way. So I'm back on Thursday night, and that'll be Thursday the 16th, and that'll be Spirit Quest with my dear friend Crystal Rose as being my sorry, I'm just going to read out what my people are just saying now. My dear friend Crystal Rose is going to be my guest on Thursdays. Don't miss that. Make sure you put that into your diary. 9 o'clock in UK time, and it's around about 4 o'clock Eastern. Jackie Noon has joined us. Hi, Jackie. Welcome to the show, my darling. Catherine says, hi, Paul. One thing Facebook may be good for is introducing us to people like you. I love what you're saying so far. Look forward to listening today. I'm here from the West Coast in Canada. Catherine, welcome. And not only welcome from Catherine in Canada, but all the other listeners in Canada as well. Michelle and the Joe and the team are from Canada. So welcome to you guys. And thank you, everybody in Canada, for being part of our show. We've got people watching us from Australia, Ireland, UK, obviously, Scotland, Wales. And where else have we got? We got European listeners, but it just comes in as Europe. So Catherine, g'day, all the way from Canada. Thank you very much for saying. I don't really like using the Canadian because a lot of people don't like the you know, I've been in contact with a lot of people in Canada, and they don't like the Mickey taken out of them, so I won't do it. Okay, but I know they use the hey, yay. I like that. I like it. I think it's quirky. Paradox Paranormal, all of the guys in Paradox Paranormal, welcome. Is that Paul? Hi, Paul. Sue Enigma says, are the signed copies of the books available? Yes, I can get a copy of the book for you and sign it. But if you want to get a copy of the book, I will sign it for you when I see you. So either way, so Paul Rowlands come join the show. Hello, Paul. Welcome to the show as always. Pauline Hughes. Hello, Pauline. It's good to see you. Thank you for taking the time out to be here tonight. I appreciate it very, very much. Catherine's laughing because I was taking a mickey out of the Canadians. Canadians are very. I find the Canadians very polite, very, very, very polite people. Another dear friend, Canadian friend of mine, is Amelia Pisano. She's just a sweetheart, an absolute darling, and an amazing medium. And I'd love to get her on. You know, I really should get Amelia. Amelia was one of my first guests on the show. I should get her on here as a guest on this particular show. But she was on Spirit Quest. So yes, Sue, I will happily. If you want to order a copy, it'll take longer to come through me. But if you want to order a copy, I will gladly sign it for you anyway. Okay. So what are we doing tonight? We're going to be doing reads. I'm going to be doing Q&A. So I love doing Q&A because if you have questions, then please share the question with me, and I will give you the answer as I know it. I'm also quite competent in the fact that if I don't know the answer, I'll tell you I don't know the answer to that, because you don't know what you don't know, and even mediums of 35 years are still learning. And any medium who thinks that they know it all, they're the ones you really want to stay wide from. Anna Sparage. I don't know how to pronounce your surname, Anna, but anyway, let's have a look at what your question is. Let's get that question. Oh, so Lynn has moved in right there. I was clicking on that, and she basically, there we go. Anna says, I wish you could let me know how my husband is. Does he miss out? Does he miss out children? I miss him so much. Right, Anna. First and foremost, your husband. It's here. That's a difficult question because I'm going to give you 100% honest answer. 100%. Okay. Your husband is absolutely fine. Okay. 100. If your husband has crossed over to spirit, then anything that he had here while he was on the earth plane, any illness or any sort of worries or stresses and think whatever it was, he doesn't have on the other side of life. I know that there was a stress around him pre his crossing over to the other side. I get a fear factor around him as well. So I don't know, there was an immense amount of fear prior to his crossing. The feeling that I'm getting around this particular connection is one of, I know I'm crossing, but there's a massive fear factor there. I don't believe that there was a massive religious connection, but more so towards the end. Your husband's absolutely fine. Let me just say that first and foremost for you. Number two is he doesn't miss the children or you. Now, I don't want you to take your mind would automatically, your natural human reaction would be to take that negatively, but please don't, because I'll tell you why he doesn't miss you, because he's with you constantly. Okay, he watches over you, he watches over the children. Okay, he tells me that you are now I'm going to say this before I share with you what what they're making me feel, and I'm used to those words, they're making me feel. Okay, because he's not said I am such and such, I am the husband, or I am the father. He just an energy, a male energy connected to you has come in, and he's telling me or making me feel information. That's on a psychic level because he's not talking to me yet. Okay, so let me just share with you what's coming through. I get this feeling that I watch over the children. Specifically, he connects to the children through a toy. Either the toy moves or makes sound or makes light, but there's something that a toy happens that makes sound or light that I'm getting. So he specifically lets the children know he's around them by making that happen, making that sound happen. All right. Um, when he's with you, he's telling me that it's hard to watch you because there are days when you're up and then you go boom down. But those flats tend to be around a Thursday or Friday or Saturday for some reason. As we come to the end of the week, he tells me you go down and then you kind of come up again. You kind of shake yourself off and come up. But he doesn't like the idea of you wanting to be there. Okay, I'm getting that. Okay, his journey was that length. Your journey is a different length. Okay, but I have said over and over and over on all of my shows, wherever they were in the world, on whatever medium, be it radio, TV, stage, whatever. I've always said, if you want to honor those who have crossed, then you need to be the best you can be here because you've got more to do as a mom and to keep his energy alive with the children as a mom. Okay. But don't write off the world. Okay. Don't write off the world. The world is going to bring you an immense amount of love and an immense amount of help. Okay. Remember that. Either October is significant here, Anna, or the 10th. The number, I keep seeing the number 10. Okay. So the number 10 is significant. So I'm going to assume it's either the 10th of a month or October is significant here. And I keep getting two illnesses, two. So one illness would be, and I'm getting a big C, which is a cancer connection here. But there's a secondary illness which either affects someone's cognitive skills. So they're able to communicate, they're not, then they are, then they're not. But there's something about a cognitive connection here that I'm supposed to share with you, okay? But he's telling me to talk about the book as being significant. The book. I keep getting the book. Okay. And the book feels to me like it is something between you and him. Okay. Like a special book. Alrighty. Before I carry on with this read, I would like to say a very warm welcome and a big hello to my dear friend Roger. His show was on Saturday, which was fantastic, by the way. Um, so Anna, how do I say this? It's not my information, so therefore I'm compelled to share anything and everything that I'm given. But either you guys lost a child because he's telling me to acknowledge a younger energy with them on the other side of life. Okay. And there's a strong B name like Barry, Brendan, Brenda. I don't know. There's a strong B name they want me to acknowledge. Too much too quickly. That's what I'm getting told. Too much too quickly. So either he wants me to slow this down. No, you need to stop thinking that just because he stops talking to me, that's it. He's gone. I'm supposed to say he always knew it wouldn't be a very long life. He always knew that. Okay. So what I'm going to do for you, Anna, and I wasn't expecting to do a read this quickly. What I'm going to do for you is I'm going to do the cards. So as you can see, I'm shuffling the cards right now. So once again, I'd like to say hello to everybody. So that card flew out of the deck. I was going to pick the 10th card, but this card flew out of the deck. Okay. So I was going to pick the 10th card for you because that's the number 10 he gave to me. But I want you to understand that he doesn't go anywhere. Okay. But he does have other things to get on with because he's met up with his friends and family on the other side of life, and either his brother or a male to his side, which would be brother, cousin, friend. Okay. Here is the card that's come through for you, Anna. Reward yourself. Okay. So if I bring it right up to the screen, I want you to be able to see it. There you go. You've been given a lot of yourself lately, and it's time for you to receive. Make time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. This balance of giving and receiving is essential to keeping your energy, mood, and motivation at a constant high. So take your time out, reward yourself, enjoy yourself, and give yourself a break, basically, is what he's saying. But he doesn't miss you because he's with you all the time. But the book is significant. I hope that helped you, my darling, and thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate it. Right. So, Mary Erickson says, shared Puffins 007. Hi, Paul. Hi, Puffins. Welcome to the show. Jackie says, let me just get that. Jackie Gunden, would I happen to have a message from my mom? Well, Jackie, first and foremost, I want to say this, that if this female energy that I have around you is your mom, first I get a pink line, so it is a maternal connection. So it's either mom, grandmother, or aunt. Okay, but this female energy around you is so vibrant, so happy, so upbeat, so funny. Is got humor, which is kind of person I would want to be around all the time. Very humorous. This person would have been known for cooking specifically, which would have been very much in at home in the kitchen. It would have been it would have been kitchen wasn't somewhere I got to go and cook, and it was a social thing. I feel more. I express myself through food. Okay, so I've done this, I've cooked that, I've cooked this. Let me get you one of these. I've made this. Come into the house, let me cook for you. It was. I kind of get this feeling this person would have really spent a lot of time in the kitchen, Jackie. So I'm wondering and hoping this is the person that I'm supposed to talk about. But I feel so upbeat and so motivated by this person. Now, I kind of feel like that I dipped, then I came up, then I dipped, then I came up, but I feel tugging of the heart. Okay, so either my spouse went ahead of me, okay, and that's really, I kind of, although I wanted to stay here, I kind of wanted to catch up. Does that make sense? I kind of feel that I needed to be with my spouse, okay, with my husband, with my wife, whatever that case may be. Um, I've got to talk about that. Now, there's a strong E name like Elizabeth, Elaine, Eileen. There's an E name. When I give names out, don't automatically assume this person's crossed. For me, for my referencing, it means who they are, who's with them. Please say hello to. But there's a strong E name to be recognized here. Someone crosses over with a filling of the lungs. I feel very, very heavy in my chest. And I feel fluid on my chest. So either they had a lung related cancer or a like pneumonia, but something like fluid or builds up on the lungs, and I'm getting real difficulties in breathing. But that's only part of what brings this person to the other side of life, because I'm seeing dots across the body, which means to be multiples of failures. Okay, whatever this again, the pink line tells me maternal connection. Okay, mother, grandmother, aunt. But I'm also supposed to say that I feel I basically had a good time. I don't feel regret. Okay, in other words, I really wish I should have done this, that, and the other. I feel I had a good time, I had a good life, and now I'm where I'm supposed to be, and I'm happy. It's really important you understand that. It's also important that you understand that they get the connection with the grave site, whatever that means. Okay. Just let me look for a response here, Jackie. Okay. Vanessa joined us. Vanessa Mail has joined us. Dawn Hatton joined us. Don't ever say you're sorry, Dawn. The very fact that you're here makes me very, very happy. Thank you. Lisa Johnson's joined us. Welcome to the show. So, Jackie, if you could come back and acknowledge some of the information I've shared for you, that would be really, really great. So now either there's a March connection. There's a 3 connection here I'm supposed to talk about, a 3 connection. So March or the 3rd of a month is significant. And there's a Laura, Lucy, Louise, strong L, a strong L connection. Remember what I said. Don't automatically assume this person's crossed. Who they are, who they're with, please say hi to. One, two, three. Okay, okay, Jackie, I get that. Let me bring that up so we can share that with you. Thank you so much. My sister is not well, and I've been asking for strength for her. They're around her. Right, the message that comes out for you, my darling Jackie, is this. Okay, be honest with yourself. Look into your heart, and you will know the truth of the situation. It is safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires, and they will come to you upon angels' wings. What a beautiful message. I believe not only would that be an angelic message to you, but a connection through mom as well. Now, mom is either with her sister, because I'm getting two energies that are female on the same length, same sort of, generational level. So each with a sister, and the sister who crosses over with either the blood related issue, either high blood pressure, something that causes um, there's a blood related issue, either blood pressure, blood circulation, something about blood that I'm supposed to acknowledge. And Maria, Martha, Mary, there's a strong M connected to that as well. I'm supposed to tell you that it's a good idea to do the trip. So the trip feels to me short-term trip. So I don't feel like it's a long-term holiday, but the short-term trip I'm supposed to say is a good idea, and don't put it off. Okay. Absolutely awesome. I can't thank you enough. You don't have to thank me, Jackie. I'm thankful for being able to mediate. I genuinely am, and thank you for being here. I appreciate it very very much. Um, I will take the trip. Make sure you do. Make sure you do. Okay, and get everything out of that trip because you deserve it. Okay. I have a lovely person who said, "Hi, Paul." Facebook says Facebook user. So a reason I'm going to put this up on the screens is so you guys can see what I see. I'd love to see who you are. I can't see who you are, unfortunately, but thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Now, that Facebook user who said, "Hi, Paul Hapastate," best thing to do, zip over to YouTube, click on YouTube, go into the search bar, in search bar type Paul Francis Medium, and it'll take you directly to the show live on YouTube. I'll be able to see who you are, and it is far more stable. So come and join me on YouTube. Lisa Johnson says, "I'd love a card." Do you know what? I am drawn to you, Lisa. Um, I don't know who's dealing with a medical issue at the minute, but I'm getting a strong medical Red Cross. That's why I'm doing that. There's a strong medical connection here that I'm supposed to talk about. Now, I don't know if somebody's dealing with a medical issue or there's connected to the medical profession, but first thing I see is a Red Cross. Okay, I keep hearing the name Joseph or Joe being shouted in the background. Remembering one more time, don't automatically assume this person has crossed over. Who they are, who they're with, please say hi to. Acknowledge here on the other plane. But Lisa, before I do a card for you, okay, fear is a natural it's a natural thing. Okay, so don't think you cannot fear. You'd be silly if you didn't. Okay, fear is a natural part and progression of the human being, the human state of mind. But don't let fear hold your progression forward. Okay, you have everything you need to be able to achieve what it is you want to achieve, but you're allowing fear to hold you back. There are times that Lisa, that I got to say to you, there are times in our lives when we have to put ourselves first. That's not being selfish, okay? It's it's not even necessarily a form of self-preservation, not by any chalk. It's just a matter of being able to say, right, you know what? I want to do what I want to do. And in that, you have a whole new sort of level of energy, whole new level of being. And in that, you'll be able to help so many people. Okay. So put yourself first, put yourself in the driving seat of your life. Remember that. Put yourself in the driving seat of your life and drive your car to where you want to go. Because when you get there, your abilities rocket and your abilities to help others equally rocket. Okay. I keep seeing education around you. So you're going to learn new skills or additional skills to what you already do. I don't know if I'm hearing, I don't know if I'm hearing Manly or Mandy. There's an M with a Y at the end of it. Mandy or Mammy. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like that to me. I can be off by names, but I won't be off by the initial or what it sounds like. And it sounds like M with a Y on it. Mandy, Mammy. That kind of a sound. I don't know. I'm going to share this with you, but Lisa, it's something to do with a sheep. I'm supposed to share with you. Okay. All right. Let's get you a card. Now, July is significant. The month of July, or the 7th of a month. Because as I picked up the cards, the number 7 came right across my visual ambiguity. So the number 7 is significant here. I've got to share that with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. So Lisa Johnson, I do hope what you've received tonight is helpful, because this card you're about to get is amazing. Okay, here we go. Remember what I said to you. Okay, put yourself in the driving seat of your car. The law of attraction. Each thought is an investment that pays immediate dividends, so invest wisely. You have the power to choose your thoughts and to align them with love, peace, and harmony. At your request, we will gladly attune your energies to higher frequencies. So basically, what the angels say, you notice in every card that I read, not just Lisa, but everybody watching the show tonight, the angels say, at your request, when you want, ask us, ask them, because they can't just intervene. They can only intervene when you ask them and you request their help. And when you ask and request their help, be open to giving whatever it is you need to them. Then go, thank you, please take care of that for me. And don't go, but I hope you take care of it. Know that they're going to take care of it and then just leave it with them. Alrighty? Lisa, I hope that helps you out, my darling. Thanks for being here tonight. Please continue to share the show. I really greatly appreciate that. Guys, I really, really need you to smash the like button on the show. And don't forget, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the show, share the show with your friends and family, and smash the like buttons on the videos. I really, really need that. Okay. Um, Here's the thing. Okay, for everybody who introduces people to the show, I will be the system tells me that. Okay, and you could be a lucky winner for any number of prizes just for bringing people to the show on YouTube. Okay, get people to subscribe, get them to hit the little bell icon so that they be advised when we release new shows, and also get them to like the shows when the various different videos. But for all of the people who do that, the person that introduces them could be well up for a gift. Now that gift can be anything from caps, beanies, t-shirts, private one-to-ones with me, group sessions, being invited to theater shows, being invited out when I do the paranormal investigations, any number of things that you could be an immediate winner for, a signed book, for example, whatever the case may be. But there's an old saying, and you have to be in it to win it. You have to be in it to win it. So you need to be in there and making it happen, alrighty, so that you guys can then be a part of the show and win yourself some prizes. Why not? Why not? They're there to win. Right. So Catherine says, Paul, I'm a strong believer in spirit. My brother was not. Will a loved one's belief in spirit before they pass affect whether or not they will step forward after they pass? Thank you for your thoughts. First of all, Catherine, thank you. That is a brilliant, brilliant question. Okay. And it's a very poignant question because one of the symbols that I get, because they will share symbols with me, and one of the symbols that I get is an old TV star here, okay, called Cilla Black. Now, the people in the UK of a certain age will remember who Cilla Black was. People young around the millenniums won't remember who Cilla Black was. But anyway, for me, it's an important syllable because Cilla Black had a show called Surprise Surprise. Okay, now what that means, as soon as I see that, that means to me they didn't necessarily believe in an afterlife. Okay, because they come through really quickly. They show me Cilla Black going surprise, surprise. I bet you didn't think I was coming through. So it is one of the ways they let me know they didn't believe in the other side of life. Does it stop them or halt them? No, 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 no. It can make them slightly uncomfortable as they're heading towards the end of their physical life. But about 98 to 99.9% of the time, someone from the other side of life greets them prior to them actually leaving this earth. Okay, very very often you will sort of experience a loved one becoming very very calm as they come up to the final days and hours of their physical life. And what's happening is their friends and family from the other side of life are already gathering around them, creating that energy of peace and tranquility. And it's a kind of a, do you know when a lady who is pregnant gets to a certain time in their pregnancy and they start doing a thing called nesting? Okay. Well, it's kind of similar to that, and what will happen is our friends and family come in from the other side of life. They start telling them, you have nothing to worry about. You're going to be so happy. You're going to be well. And when you're ready to let go, we're here to help you. Okay. So, very often, as they come towards the last days and hours, they become very, very calm. They very often sleep. And at that point, when they're sleeping, they're already connecting with the other side of life, so that the transition isn't one of pain or stress or fear. That's not 100% of the time, because there are a 1% that people who don't want to let go of the earth. They don't want to go. Okay, my dad was one of those. Right, my dad was. We were told in September, that the year, the year previous to he died, in the September, that he was going to cross, and my dad went, I don't think so. I'm not ready to go. And he literally rewrote the medical books. He had a BP of 62, yet he still survived. Not only did he survive the rest of the year, but he survived right through to Good Friday the following year. So he was able to come across when he was ready. And that's the same with our loved ones. Okay. Just because they're given a kind of, right, it's time for you to come over. If they want a little bit more time and they really, really need it, they're very often granted it. Okay. Your brother will definitely, definitely, definitely be around you. Catherine, was your brother connected to building or engineering? Because I'm getting something around you who's connected to engineering or building, because I feel I want to work with my hands. Alrighty. Um, and there's a strong A name here that I'm supposed to acknowledge, like Andrew Allen. Anne, I don't know, but there's a strong A name. Remembering what I said, Catherine, just because I give you a name, don't automatically assume this person is crossed over. It means who they are, who's with them, or please say hi to here on the Earth plane. Catherine, who has the two? Who's the two weddings? I'm getting the symbol of marriage twice. So I'm getting a marriage symbol twice here. Already? I'm getting a name that is connect. It sounds like like a D-Y name, either Daphne, Davy, Danny, but like a D with a Y at the end of it. Now I'm being pulled North Canada, North. I'm just going to say because I know geological sense of Canada of any kind. Me, okay. I'm pretty difficult here in the UK still. Never mind Canada, but I'm being pulled up and then over to the left, okay. But it feels like I'm going north. Already, I'm being pulled over towards the oceans because I'm seeing the orcas, the orca orcanis, the killer whale. So there's something about being pulled towards the ocean, but I need to go north and then north, south, east, west, northwest. Alrighty. Whoever this person is, they would have been known for engineering, building, or big trucks, something along those lines. Because I feel whatever I'm doing is big. Okay, I don't feel like I'm tinkering with something little in a shed. This feels big to me. Either there's construction, trucks, but something it's big. Somebody crosses. All right, okay, okay. I'm getting three connections to military here. Three. So it's either two and one, i.e., two from one family, one from another, or two men and a woman, two women and a man. I don't know. But there's two and a one connection, but I'm getting flags, which means military connection here. But somebody was connected to, because I'm seeing wings. So there's an RAF, Canadian Royal Air Force, or a flying connection of some description that I'm supposed to acknowledge here. Somebody crosses over and connected to World War II because they're telling me that. They're saying to me, war, war. Okay. And I don't know where your Italian connection is here, but they're telling me to talk about Italy as being significant. Catherine, I'm supposed to tell you off. Sorry, but I'm getting that. Okay. And that means that you've been wondering how much time you've got left. You need to stop doing that. Okay. That's what that means. Stop that. Alrighty. You're associating your time with somebody who crossed over, very similar to me. So I'm not going to give you too much grief. My mom passed in her 59th year. Alrighty. And this year I hit my 59th year. So I had a lot of stress thinking, am I going to get past the 59 number? Until a dear friend of mine who's an amazing medium really told me off. And I mean, properly ripped me a new one. Said, and that was your mother's journey. Stop doing that because you know as well as I do that if you believe 100% that you're going to pass in your 59th year, guess what'll happen? You'll cross in your 59th year. But that was your mom's journey. Now we're talking to me. My mom passed at 59 with cancer. I've had cancer, and so I was nearly convinced that I was going to cross over in my 59th year. But no, my dear friend put me straight. I've got a lot of time ahead of me. So, but I'm using that concept to say, Catherine, don't think like that. You have a lot to do yet. Alrighty, you've got a lot to do. Something to do with the books. So library or writing a book or somebody wrote a book. There's something to do with author and books here. It's never too late to complete what you started, Catherine. Okay, I kind of get the feeling you started off in a direction of a career of some description, and then you kind of went off of it because either you became a mom or you got married or whatever the case may be. You kind of went off and you kind of lived your life to suit what was happening. But it's never too late to complete what you started. Remember that, okay? Because what I believe is there's a lot of love in what you wanted to do. Complete it. Right, your mom was a librarian. Gotcha. That's the books coming into play. Okay, Catherine, I've got to talk about the number 11 here. So the 11th of a month is significant, or they want me to talk about the month of November as being a connection here. Alrighty. But when I get a number up, that means end of their little cameo row and to give you a card. Alrighty. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11th card. There we go. Woo! Wow, it's a nice card, actually. Alrighty. Now, before I even read this card, I'm sure we've got a whole pile of wonderful new people who've joined my show tonight. Please do not think for 1 second that I'm being uncouth or rude when you see me doing that. Okay? For some reason, when I started becoming a medium, well, 30 odd years ago, they thought it would be a really good way to let me know that they're around me by making the edge of my nose itchy. And it's an itch I cannot scratch. I can rub it all day long when it stays itchy. But that's their way of telling me that they're with me. Okay, so when you see me doing that, please forgive me. So going back to Catherine card. There you go, my darling. That's the card. Look what it says. Play. Beloved one, it's time for you to set aside work for a while. Don't worry, we will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, gaiety, and laughter will lift your energy so that you will be able to return to work with a renewed perspective and a heightened energy. If you think about what I've just literally been telling you, that's exactly what that says. I said, do you return to whatever it is you wanted to do in the first time? Because if you do it, it brings with it a lot of love and a lot of happiness. Hello. I do hope that helped you, Catherine, and I do hope it helps your family. And it's an absolute pleasure to be able to bring it through for you. Thank you very much for being here. Don't forget, please, guys, smash the like button on the show. Smash the like button on all the rest of my different videos I have on there. But please, please, please subscribe to the channel. Alrighty, subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell icon. Let everybody know you're here. If you want to win some prizes, share the show and get people to come and join. You can win prizes. You can win private one-to-ones with me, group sessions for your family, what we call a family read. You could be winning any of my books signed by me. You could be winning T-shirts, hats, a plethora of stuff to win just for sharing and getting people to subscribe. Water. Yes, you've seen it here first. Irishmen drinking water. Unheard of. Right, let's have a look at who's joined us since I started to read with Kat. Oh, Catherine has been replying to me. Right, just I need to go all the way back. So, Florence has joined us. Florence, welcome to the show. Lovely to see you. Vanessa says, I lost my brother-in-law and sister within a few months of each other. Can you get anything? Vanessa, if I get something for you, my darling, I will absolutely bring it through. Stella Wood says, hi, Paul. Great show. Stella, thank you. Thank you very, very much. I'm in need of a little spiritual guidance, says Kathy, on the right path for my life's purpose. Actually, Kathy, I am drawn to you, so hang in there for a sec. I just want to go right down here. Beautiful read, says Maria. Thank you, darling. Spot on, says Lisa. Thank you. Oh, it's my honor. Thank you very much. I don't know Cilla Black. I'll check her out. Now, you won't know who Cilla Black is. Yeah, Google her by all means. But it's a symbol for me. All right. It tells me that the person who was connected to me it's surprising that they are there. All right. Jonathan has joined us. Jonathan and his lovely mom Maria are here. Good to see you. Being greeted by loved ones sounds good and sounds beautiful. It is factual. I promise you, my friends. That's exactly what happens. All righty. Catherine says yes to what I was talking about. Oh, you're right. That's the A. Andrew. Tamara Jones has joined us from Mississippi Delta. Lovely to see you, Tamara. Thank you for being here. Please continue to share the show. He was married twice. There you go. He worked in the North Coast. Gotcha. So he he designed trains. Wow. So that's the big engineering I'm getting. Wonderful. Jane Butterworth says, hi, Paul. Would love a message, please. Jane, if I'm drawn to you, I promise you my heart. But I will definitely come through to you. But best thing to do is ask a question. Build up the energy your side. Ask questions to me, and you're building up energy. It lets your family. Use that energy to come through to me. Alrighty. Your father and your sister were in the military. Gotcha. Maria's giving me the Italian flag, like name Maria Spartiori. She's Italiano. Vina. Bella, bella. Pam, Pam Dight. Hi, Pam. Welcome to the show. Catherine says, okay, that is true. I am the same age as my brother when he passed. He's right on. Gotcha. Mary Erickson says, my brother was fearful at the end and told his family that our dad and brother were waiting for him, and he passed peacefully with the smoke. Ah, Mary. Mary, thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yes, I am writing books, and also my mom's a librarian. That was that connection. Eva's joined us. Eva, welcome to the show. Lovely to see you. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it. Stella says, can I have a card, please? I promise you, I will get round to doing that. Don't worry about that. Jonathan says, does my grandmother know everything my mom's going through? Tantasol taken. All right, let me just read that again. Does my grandmother know everything my mom has been going through, trying to solve the taking to the grave mystery of her? Well, Jonathan, our friends and family on the other side of life know exactly what's going on already, and they make every effort to let you know they're around you. Okay, but if you go like that, all right, you don't see the connection. So you need to be opening up. That's why I'm not just talking to Jonathan, by the way. Here, I'm talking to everybody. Okay, when you go in with blinkered eyes, you only see what's in front of you. Okay, now if they're able to communicate with you directly in front of you, the likelihood of you getting a message is there. But if you're doing that, you're missing everything out here. Okay, and it's not always the big billboard in the sky. Sometimes it's the subtle connections to let you know they're around you. But do they know what's going on? Yes, they do. Okay, but you cannot connect politics of here and now with them up there because they don't care. Alrighty, they don't care. What they will be more wary of is anybody who's wasting their life. Okay, they're not interested in that. They don't care about politics. He said, she said, they did, blah 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 blah. Not interested. They're only interested in whether you're living your life to its max. Okay, and if your head's stuck down the toilet trying to figure something out that doesn't matter anymore, you're wasting your life, and they get pissed. All right, so honor them by being the best you can be here. Get your head up, get your head out of your butt, and get on with life. Okay, make your life worth something. Make your self worth that much higher. Okay, and you honor them beyond words. Okay, and as I say, I wasn't talking to Jonathan just specifically, talking to everybody. So, whew, Catherine says I will definitely be sharing. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate that. Trudy says, my neighbor's dog passed recently. He was very old and slow. Happy to see him playing in the garden this evening, showing that we don't carry disabilities illness when we pass. Absolutely. Woo! Roll on the floor, Irish water. Yeah. Righty. So, Rosselli Maria, Maria Rosselli. I want to say a big thank you to Dr. Ocean for bringing her back there. Laura Ball. All right, here we go. Block that because that's a lie. Alrighty, please go away. Thank you very much. All right, so we got the. I know that a lot. Roger gets them a lot as well. People hop in and try and feed everybody here a load of BS. Okay, anybody who comes on my show that will do a read for you are only the ones that I've invited. Okay, anybody else who does this stuff, they weren't invited by me. They're definitely not supported by me. My advice is to do not click on it. Most, like 100% is they're rip-off merchants already. Pam says, "Will I get my job tomorrow? Tomorrow I have an interview." Pam, it's okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Pam. Now I want you to listen to me strong and hard. Alrighty? Do you believe you want the job? Do you believe it? Okay? Or are you just turning up for the interview? That's part one. Part two is, do you believe in yourself? Because as an employer myself, I won't take anybody on who has no self belief or self worth. Okay, if they're coming on going, yeah, then oof, you're already lost. Bye, next. Um, Somebody who comes into me and says, hey, listen, I am 100% focused. I love life to the max. I have this kind of experience. It's not the experience you want specifically, but I have done a little bit of what you need, what I'm willing to learn. You're going to go up the top for me. Okay, that's going to go up the top for me. Self worth, self belief. If you really, really want it badly enough, and you are focused and you're aligned in your energy, your thoughts, and your process, the likelihood you getting the job is very high. But if you go in with the defeatist attitude, not very high. Do you know what? I'm going to do a card for you anyway. I don't normally do this because I don't do predictions. Okay. I don't believe in predictions because if I had to turn around to you and said, Pam, you're definitely going to get the job, you'd have went in there going, yay! If I'd have said, yeah, no, I don't see it, you'd have went in there going, well, Paul told me I'm not going to get the job. You see my point? So that's not the case. It's all down to you, my darling. Everything you want in life is down to you. One of the little things I used to put on my computer, you know, the screensaver, it was this: if it's to be, it's up to me. If it's to be, it's up to me. If I want it to happen, down to me to make it happen. This is the card that came off, Pam. All right, look, family. This situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you to understand and heal. In your mind and your heart, surround this person yourself with the experience with calming blue light and angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel the peace. Go in there calmly, bring the angels with you, know you're going to get the job, connect to the job and the people you're talking to, and compliment them. It always works. Right. Oh, goodness. All righty, let's go all the way down. Right. First of all, let me get back to Kathy Little. Kathy, I'm in need of spiritual guidance. Am I on the right path for my life's purpose? Kathy, here's the question. Now, when people ask me a question like this, okay, it's not only just for Kathy, it's for all y'all. Am I on the right path for my life's purpose? The answer is in within your own heart and your own mind. Do you feel that you're on the right path? Do you feel your ability is taking you, or your journey is taking you where you want to be? And if you don't feel, if you kind of like, you're going through the motions of every day, you get up in the morning, you handle the day, you go to bed at night, you get up in the morning, you handle the day, you get to bed. That's not living, that's existing. Alrighty. What is it you want? A lot of people don't answer. They really don't sit down and figure that out. A lot of people just exist. They don't go after what they really, really want. What is it you really want? It's a simple question. I want to do that. Then do it. Okay? Because I promise you this, when you go after something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And I promise you, your life's purpose and everything connected to it will rocket upwards. Okay? It's important to understand what it is that you want, then achieve what you want by steady goal getting. Okay? I wanted to be a pilot. There was no way when I was a kid could afford to be a pilot. So I said, right, by such and such a date, I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to do that. I'm going to get this job, which is going to give me an access cash of that, which will allow me to do this, which will start me on my path to becoming a pilot. So I set out to become what I wanted to be through a series of goals. But you know what? I learned a huge amount of experience in achieving those goals. So spiritual guidance is around you all the time. It's not only just given by me, it's given by your own guides, but equally your friends and family in spirit. They're trying to help you. They're putting things in front of you. Now, whether you're seeing them or whether you're not seeing them, I can't really say one way or the other, but that's down to you. But if it's to be, it's up to me. Remember and say that. May, the month of May is a connection here, or the 5th is significant. So the 5th of a month or the month of May is significant here, Kathy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. That's the card that comes through. Alrighty. I'm trying to get the focus there. There we go. Daydream. trying to keep my hands straight now. Look at that. You'll more easily hear and receive your messages if you daydream regularly. Relax and open your mind to receiving without directing your thoughts. So this could be a really good answer to what you're asking, Kathy. Relax and open your mind to receiving without directing your thoughts. Just notice any feelings, visions, or ideas as if they were watching them on a movie. This is the seat of creativity. How cool is that? Wow. Right, let's go back up here. And Kathy, thank you very much for your question. I do hope that has helped. Pam says, yes, I believe and I will get it. And I do believe in myself and have faith. Pam, that's exactly what it's supposed to be. Exactly that. Believe in yourself. Have that ability to know what it is that you're after. Have your ability to be able to, there's multiples of ways of communicating, okay? Audibly, visually, and energy, okay? And that's why people say this. And it's not just for Pam, by the way, it's for everybody else. That's why people say, I get a good feeling about this person. You've heard it said over and over. How do they get a good feeling about this person? Because every human on this planet, bar none, is psychic. We have an energy, an aura around us. It's an energy field called an aura, okay? That aura is made up of different levels of energies, okay? And when those energies are all in balance, the aura is very, very strong. And you can balance those energies through focus, prayer, meditation. Okay. Believing yourself is one strong way of getting those energies in balance. There are other ways as well. In fact, if you go onto my YouTube channel, there is how to balance your chakras and stuff like that on there. But that's why people say, I get a good feeling about this person. Okay. It's the energy you're giving off, they connect with. So it's a really good thing to say, I believe in myself and I have faith. That's an excellent progression there, Pam. And I feel strongly about where you're going. I'm a warrior. I fought stage 4 cancer and have been cancer-free for 5 years now, and I believe and I've had Pam, thank you for being here. I too am a cancer patient. My wife is a cancer patient. Unfortunately, I lost my mom to cancer. But yes, the more people that come up and say, I had cancer and I fought it and I won, the better, the more that we can help those people who are currently dealing with it. Because here's the thing, it's not just the person who's got the cancer that's going through it, it's everybody connected to them. They go through it too. Alison Turnbull says, I've been dreaming about my loved ones a lot recently. One was my dad seeing the inside of a balloon. And are they trying to tell me something? Not necessarily so. Right. Here's the thing. Okay. I've brought Alison up here on the screen, so it's easier I find it easier to read the message. You're getting a lot of TV at the minute, and a lot of news is talking about balloons. Okay. That's why I'm kind of focused on the concept of understanding what a dream is based upon a visitation. Okay, your dreams, your conscious and your subconscious is fed. Okay, data. It's fed audibly by radio. It's fed visually by TV. It's fed in connection with friends and family. So when you hear as soon as you said balloons, I instantaneously was seeing all of the news. These balloons are all over the news. It's all over America and China and so on and so forth. Um, so it'd be a really good idea to figure out what that connection is with your dad. Alrighty. Now here's the thing: you will know exactly what it is they're telling you if you have what's referred to as a visitation. And the visitation is when our friends and family literally make a direct connection to us through the stream of sleep. Okay, we have different levels of conscious. We have alpha, beta, and theta. Alpha, this is where we are right now. We're in alpha. We're communicating, we're understanding, we're feeling. Beta is that bit where you're down, you're like almost asleep, and you can be hypnotized. Hypnotized. That's the beta level. Theta, boom, you're gone. You're deep sleep. That's theta. That's where they come in. They can connect with our energy and our conscious on the level of theta. They share with us information at that level. But here's the thing: the difference between a dream and a visitation is dreams. You'll be coming out of it thinking, "That was weird. That was odd. What was that all about?" And it kind of won't make sense. And this is where I get this question. I get, not just from my dear friend Alison, but a lot of people going, "I had this weird dream." That's enough for me to say, "Yep, you had a dream." A visitation, they will be absolutely explicit about what it is they want to get through to you. Okay. You'll remember everything they did, everything they said, what you were wearing, what they were wearing, where it took place, and every aspect of remembering, like a movie, the start of the movie through the middle, through the end. And that's the difference. Is your dad trying to tell you about something about the inside of a balloon? I don't feel that's the case. I genuinely don't. However, I do feel that there's something connected to a car I'm supposed to acknowledge. Okay. So I don't know whether you're talking about or he's talking about connecting to a car of some description. Already. I keep seeing a garage connected to a house. It feels to me like old school garage because it feels wooden to me. But I keep getting this impression of a car is important. Already. Specifically, one of the wheels on the car. Okay, so I don't know whether he's trying to draw your attention to that, which at a stretch could be balloon, i.e., inner tube of a tire. Stretching, and I don't like to stretch, but I'm being pulled to the left quadrant of the car for some reason. I've got to share that with you. I could be completely off, but I'm going to give you what I get. Also, Alison, I'm supposed to talk about being on top of either your blood sugar or your blood pressure. Alrighty. Please get it checked out. Next opportunity. I'm not a doctor. I'm just being shown symbols, and I'll share them symbols with you. I want to say to you, you're talking about your dad making a connection. Your mom or a female energy is around you a lot. Okay. And again, I get this lady would have worn, I don't know what you call them, pinafore, pennies, I don't know. But you have clothes, then you put this other thing over and you tie it around like an apron kind of a thing. A pinafore penny, I don't know what, something like that. But this lady is kind of the one who's sort of overseeing you and making sure you're okay. Um, Either you've just done something with your hair, or she wants me to acknowledge the hair as being, oh, that's nice, that's nice. Okay. They're trying to tell me to say that they were trying to let you know they're around you recently with either a perfume smell or a very specific smell, which smells like a spring fragrance to me. Okay, very flowery. That's probably the best way to describe it. Hey, you're talking to a man. My wife has these different, she's Channel 5, whatever it's called. She goes, "What do you think of that one?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's nice." And she could be holding Dettol under my nose. "What do you think of that one?" "That's nice." "That's Dettol, you idiot." You know. Um, but anyway, they're trying to say the fragrance that they're trying to let you know they're around you with this flowery fragrance. 8. Okay, so either the month of August or the 8th of a month. 8th of a month is significant. Alison, I'm supposed to share that with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do hope you guys are all enjoying the show tonight, by the way. Alison, there's the card that's come out for you, my angel. Can I bring it in? There we go. Ask. Ask us to help you in this situation, and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. We're governed by many universal laws, and amongst them is the free will that allows you to make your own choices and decisions. So we will patiently await your request. You see, one more time, that's the angel saying, we await your request. So not just for Alison, for all of y'all. Alison, I hope that helps, my darling, and thank you for being here tonight. Don't forget, smash the like button on tonight's show. Tonight we were coming to you live from the United Public Radio Network, uprn.com, and we are live on 105.3 to 107.7 FM, coming to you live from the very beautiful New Orleans. Welcome to the show. Okay, let's go on down and see who's here. Jackie says she left 4 children behind 11 years ago. Oh, wow, that's the 11. Gotcha. Jackie, thank you very much. And she's the M you mentioned earlier. Gotcha. Emma, welcome to the show. I've now joined YouTube as I was on Facebook when you were saying earlier about someone who crosses over with how they became calm. My mom went through, I'm going to bring up on the screen. I've now joined Facebook, or sorry, I've now joined YouTube as I was on Facebook. But what you said, were saying earlier about when someone crosses over, how they become calm. My mom went from being scared to being calm and then wanting to leave. There you go. I mean, I have seen this so many times, and doctors and nurses and medical staff see it a lot, and especially people who work in hospice, they see it a lot. It's an amazing thing to see a loved one looking across the room. You're looking at nothing, and they're seeing everything. Now, I've been a psychic medium for 35 years now, and when my beautiful mom was passing, she had her back to me. She turned to me, looking over her shoulder, and she said, "Isn't his eyes beautiful?" My mom was 5'2", 5'3", something like that. She was a nurse, and she was ginger haired. Oh no, I'm not allowed to say ginger hair. She was auburn or strawberry blonde, and she was sharp as a whip, boom, like that. And she looked over to me and she said, "Oh, isn't his eyes beautiful?" I'm thinking about, I know my mom's going to cross within days, so I wasn't really thinking more than the emotional stress upon me was nuts. So and I went, "Who?" And she looked at me and she gave me that look like, "You're an idiot. You are an idiot. There are times I want to disown you." That look, that him, like that. And she spoke to me like that. And it kind of dawned on me about 30 seconds later that we had lost a nephew. And our nephew, he was with us for 1 week. He was born and he was with us for 1 week. But the thing about our nephew was that his eyes were beautiful and blue, and his eyes were very piercing blue, almost angelic. And it didn't dawn on me till about 35, 40 seconds after she had said it. I went, oh yeah, of course. And I went, "Oh yeah, aren't they beautiful? Blue." And she went, yeah, blue, like that. I couldn't see anything. I was just going through memory and thinking about what she's going through, and I was putting it together like a jigsaw puzzle. But she was seeing her grandson. I was seeing my nephew. Well, in my mind's eye, she was seeing him for real. But that was a big connection for her. I remember that she became calm after that, and I heard her say "dad" a couple of times. So my grandfather had crossed over when I was about 12, something like that, and she said "dad" a couple of times. So my grandfather was there to meet her. It's an amazing thing because it's just that extra connection to say you're not going to be alone. You don't have to worry. You don't have to stress. And as a connection on the other side of life for me to share with you guys, say they don't want you. I mean, you have to go through a time of their loss. You do. I mean, you got to enter into that time. You got to enter into that you know period where you're going to mourn their loss, and you should, because it shows respect. But they don't want you to stay in that time. They don't want to see you switching life off and becoming down and negative. They don't like it, so don't do it. And I often say, imagine what'll happen if I was able to flick over, if I go boom like that, and I put you up and then back down here. How you would, how would you feel watching your loved one literally going through stress, pain, loss, sadness every day? How would you? I mean, how would you feel? And how long do you want to see them in that sadness and that darkness? And that's a genuine question. I genuinely am asking you that. I'm going to preempt your answer because I'm feeling it already. You don't want to see it at all. So when you're mourning, remember that they don't want to see that. They're in a place of absolute peace and tranquility. They're with everybody that they lost. They're everybody they mourned in their lifetime. They're with. So it's a party, and they're looking back at you, and they want you to be happy because they're happy, and that's the reality of it all. I hope it helps. Um, Vanessa says, "Sorry, I'm back again." Don't be sorry. I'm glad you're here. My guys are sending me some very strong messages at the moment, says Artrude. That's good. That's good, Trude. That means I taught you well. Margaret, help really need a reading. I always get a little bit conscious of that, Margaret, because when people, although at this moment in time, I don't have my office. So it used to be people come into my office and I would sit them down, I'd make them welcome, I'd make them safe. I'd just literally open myself up for questions, and I'd say to them, but my first question would be, why do you think you need a reading? And I'd be really wary of people who say, help, I really need a reading. Okay. Because that's desperation. Okay. And I'm thankfully, I'm not one of those mediums, mediums who jump at that. Okay. And manipulate that. I don't do that. Okay. I will then guide the reading into Q&A. I will pull it away from the read and bring it into Q&A and try and answer questions for you. Okay. Well, why do you think you need to read? You know, I'm desperate. What's making you desperate? Okay. If and they could be tapping on the door going, I want to answer this. And I'll be, no, 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 no. Let me get this person in the right place, ready for your read. They may not be ready for your read yet. So I need to get them mentally ready for your read. So, Margaret, I'm happy to help you, my darling. Happy to help you. But I really need to talk to you about why it is you may need a reading. So, why not contact me after the show, private PM me, and I'll see what I can do to help you. All right. The month my husband died and two of my dogs. Thank you, Paul. Kathy, thank you for being here. Genuinely, genuinely appreciate of you taking the time to be here. I would love some of them cards, Paul, says Jackie. Well, listen, very, very soon I'm going to have my own cards. They're going to be called universal cards, okay? And there's going to be a lot more in the deck, and they're going to come out very, very soon. Okay, so if you want to hang off, you'll be able to get a set of those. Pam says, thank you, Pam. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Please become an avid follower of the show. I'm really looking for long-term followers, and then long-term followers sharing the show and getting people to come and be a part of it. God bless you and your wife. We all got this belief, faith, amen. Thank you, Pam. Puffins says, I often say hi to mom. just as I'm going to sleep. And recently I asked if she was there by making a noise or shining a light. And as I thought of it, the TV switched itself on. Yes! Yes, Puffins, thank you. Thank you. Well done. Well done. All right. However, that wasn't Mom. So you're going, what? I don't think it was Mom. It was more a grandfather figure. I feel an older male, okay, above Mom. So it's got to be grandfather. There's a grandfather figure. I don't know who the Charles, Charlie, or like a CH sounding name is. And either somebody had like a name like William, shortened to Bill, but there's like a long name shortened, like Benjamin, Ben, William, Will, Joseph, Joe. But I'm getting a name that's long but shortened. I'm supposed to acknowledge someone again. I'm getting a World War II military connection. I'm getting flags. That's one of my symbols to say that there's a connection to that. I'm getting two greens. That means two connected to the army, and one blue. So one was connected to either the RAF. No, sorry, retract the RAF. One was connected to the Navy because I'm seeing the anchor. So I'm getting two connected to the Army and one connected to the Navy, but they're all of the time of World War II. Either they were actually in the World War II or they were actually in doing national service, something along those lines that I'm supposed to share. I get great memories of it. So very often when I get the great feeling and the great memories, it doesn't necessarily mean a battle. It usually means camaraderie. Okay. And there's a strong S name, like Steve, Stan, Stephanie. There's a strong S or C name. I'm supposed to acknowledge you. Again, there's that Charles, Charlie kind of name. Um, I get a split connection here. So either there's an estrangement here I'm supposed to acknowledge, like either you were estranged from mom, from dad, or I don't know. There's a distance between people, and I'm getting a split feeling here. So either they were, mom and dad separated, divorced. I don't know, but there's a split connection that I'm supposed to acknowledge. I can't see where to put it on your family, so I gotta just deliver the information. You do that for me, Puffin. Okay? Right. There's a junction coming up in your life. I'm getting the kind of like the normal sort of rotisserie of life, the movement, just and then there's a sharp left-hand bend coming. So there's an option coming up for you very very shortly, but it's an option you've been wanting or trying to get. Okay, so whatever you've been really trying to push and trying to make happen, it's literally around the corner from happening. Okay, so that's what that comes up. It's around the corner. The sharp left-hand bend, it's a symbolism for me just to say to you, whatever it is you've been trying to get to make happen is literally around the corner. Don't give up on it yet. Okay. But when it does happen, which is not too distant future, by the way, it's going to happen in the right time. Okay. There's a strong Michael, Michelle, that kind of a name. I'm supposed to talk about Puffin. I don't know who that is, but that name's been shattered in the background. Michael, Michelle, Billy. There's an M with an E in it. And they want me to acknowledge, just because I've just said like Trudy, they want me to acknowledge a dog with them. Okay. The number three. So either the third of a month, Puffin, the third of a month is significant, or the third month of March is significant. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Whatever this is, you gotta go for it. Whatever this thing is around the corner, go for it. Your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered. We've been working with you in the situation since Genesis, okay? And we continue to watch over you and everyone involved. Stay on your present path as it will take you very far indeed. Whoa, big old message there for you. Well done. Right. Pam says, I see the number 44 every day, and several times a day. I believe it's the angels guiding me. Yes, I would wholeheartedly say yes. If it's repetitive, they're trying to get you a message. Okay, trying to get you a message. Uh, Channel 5, Rule of the Floor. That was my mom's favorite. Jojo Walsh, welcome to the show. Hi, it's lovely to see you. And Alison says, that was my grandmother. Thank you very much. Phil Tahoe's joined us. Phil, hi. Good to see you. Sue, gut feelings. Oh, they are around you a lot. Your gut instinct is a big player in your life. Trust it. Trust it. Joe Walsh says, Paul, when your loved ones pass, and let me read that again. Paul, when your loved ones pass and they come visit you, is it possible that they can have a bright light that glows around them? Yes, yes, they can. It's very often. In fact, my dear friend Sue saw an energy which was literally surrounded by bright white light. Also, another energy that can be a part of giving off. I'm not just talking to Joe Walsh here. I'm talking to everybody. Okay, another big link is that gives off a white light energy is angelic energy. That's very often depicted with a strong white energy, white light. So that's the answer there. Um, so what are we doing about this all? We are. I hope you're enjoying tonight's show. It's coming to you live on the United Public Radio Network, which is uprn.com. Okay. We are also now on Roku TV. Make sure you go over there if you are a Roku TV channel owner. We're on the Roku TV as well. Look out for that. We're coming to you live on 105.3 to 107.7 FM, coming to you live from the beautiful New Orleans. So far, over the last couple of weeks, we're hitting the 400,000 mark listeners. Let's double that. Tell your pals to listen in. Alrighty? Tell your friends, tell your family. Let's see if we can double it to 800,000. Why not hit 1 million? Come on, guys. We can do it. We can do it. Puffin says Stanley Stan was my dad's name, and he was in the RAF during the Second World War, and my dad was in the Navy. There you go. There's your connections. There are your connections. Alrighty. They're very much around you. Thank you for reading. My granddad was called Stanley, and for a short time he was in the RAF for World War II. And my dad, that's why I saw RAF, no Navy. So I was right, but I was wrong. I was right. Even though I saw the RAF, it would then spook the Navy. So he was in the RAF first, then he went over to the Navy. Usually it's the other way around, weirdly enough. Usually it's the Navy first, then they go to the RAF. But Puffins, I'm more than happy to have helped you. Thank you for being here. If you weren't here, I wasn't able to help. So thank you for being here. Demi Warwick, hi. Demi says, is there any way of knowing or signs to look out for when loved ones come? Oh my goodness, Demi. One more time, I'll read it out because I stopped halfway through. Is there any way of knowing or signs to look out for when my loved ones are coming to visit me? Oh, what a brilliant, brilliant question, Demi. Thank you. Yes, they are. There are so many signs that they will do. Now, here's the thing. This is not just for Demi. This is for everybody because the question that you ask can help everybody. Alrighty. So you could be helping 500,000 people tonight, Demi. Well done, you. Here's the answer. If you were trying to make a connection, what kind of connection would you make to your loved one? Would you make it a bold connection and scare the living life out of them? Or would you make it subtle at the beginning? Okay. And that's a genuine question. There are people like me would likely jump out of a doorway and go, hey, and scare the life out of them because I take great joy in that, and I do that a lot. But the other side of the coin is, your friends and family have gone through, your loss. So it's not really a good idea. So the likelihood is that it's going to be subtle. So here's the ways that they can do it, Demi. They can do it with smells. Okay, they can do it with fragrances. Like you might have a smell that reminds you of your grandmother, your mother, your dad, your mom, sort of that kind of thing. There might be a particular smell of a tobacco, for an example, that might remind you of a grandfather, like smoked a pipe or something along those lines. There may be a smell that will be connecting to baking, for example. This is a very, very common one, which might connect you to a mother, grandmother figure. But very, very often it will be gentle and very subtle as to not scare you at the beginning. Alrighty. But when you start to acknowledge those particular connections, my advice is this. Now, I've said this over and over and over again. You do not need mediums. Now, I don't have a management team at the minute, but when I used to say that, my management team used to go nuts. Don't say that. They need you. No, it's not about needing me. It's about connecting between your loved ones and you. That's what this is about. As the reason I do what I do is this. It's plain and simple. If I can get you to forget and let go of dying, you'll get on with living. That's my goal. My goal is to get the fear of dying away from you. You'll forget about it. You'll know your loved ones are connected to you. And then that way, you'll get on with living and making this life worth something. So they will connect to you in multiples of ways, Demi. And they can even do it through music. They can do it through pictures. They can do it through various little things like butterflies or dragonflies or birds. Okay. Now, I call those messengers. People will hit you over the head with crap by saying, "Oh yeah, it was just a coincidence." I don't believe in coincidence. You had to get into the car at that moment. You had to switch on the car and turn on the radio at that moment to hear that song, what connects you to a loved one. That's not a coincidence. That's divine timing. Okay, but there are multiples of ways, Demi, as in how they make a connection. Now, you've asked a great question. I'm being pulled with you in relation to energy. So let me just say this to you, Demi. There's new education around you, okay? New education. So it's either to lift you up in what you do, in other words, to increase your rank or get you better at what you do, or it's like, for an example, like a computer, it gets a new update of data, an update of software update. So there's something that this education is coming in that's got to lift you up, okay? Um, I don't know whether or not there's a new car around you, but I'm being supposed to say congratulations on the new car. Yes, it could be for you, but it could be also connected to you. Okay. I'm seeing for sale sign around you, Demi. So here's the thing. One, if all of the symbols that I share with my friends and fans all over the world, I always say this one is the one you want to hear. When I say it for sale sign, it means significant change. That's what it means. It means whatever change around you is going to be strong. It's going to be powerful, and it's going to lift you to better levels. That's the one you want to hear. Also, I would like to say this to you as well, Rian. I'm sorry, not Rian, Demi. There is a part of your life you're going to have to let go of. Okay, I kind of get the feeling you're slightly anchored in the past. Okay, there are good reasons and there are bad reasons for that anchorage. But there are times in our life we literally have to go, do you know what? I have to go to pastures new because this is going to be what makes me. Okay. You're a natural carer. You it's almost like you've got either that or you've got a guide, which is Florence Nightingale, but you're a natural nurse. You're a natural carer. You find that people kind of flock around you gently and easily. Children talk to you easily. People open up to you easily because you're a natural carer. That's a beautiful gift. That's an angelic gift. Stop worrying about your nails. Clothes does not make the person. The person makes the person. I've got this beautiful pink connection to you, and that is a maternal connection. So it's a mother, grandmother figure connected on mom's side of the family. This person crosses over with initially there's a cancer here, but it's not what crosses them. Something else takes them, like heart failure, like aneurysm, something along those lines. But the cancer was kind of just weakening the body, which basically it was their, if you can imagine life as being a motorway, it was their time to get off the motorway, and that's the way they feel. They don't feel negative about it. They just go meh. They go meh, like the way they feel I'm getting about it. There's an idiot called Ashley Thomas, and I'm going to use that quite comfortably. Idiot, saying to people come to them for reading. Don't, because that's an idiot and a liar. So that person's blocked. So if you guys could, if this Ashley um, comes to you, report them for me, will you? Thank you. So Demi, I do hope that helps you out, my darling. But don't be frightened to look within, because there's a strong, amazing person there, and let that person guide you to where you need to go. Hopefully that helps. I'm going to give you a card. I'm supposed to say the words lucky seven. That's what I'm supposed to say. All right. One, two, three, four, five, six. Ooh, are you talking about getting a tattoo? Because literally I heard tattoo like that. So, not for me to tell you what to do. That's for you. Oh, you're gonna love this card, Demi. For you, look at that. Isn't that a beautiful card, beloved one? Everyone is guiltless in the truth, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. That means no tattoo. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. Give us any guilt, anger, or blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy peace within your heart once more. I do hope that is helpful. I do hope that these readings, I do hope they bring you happiness, light, and love. And if you could report this idiot Ashley Thomas for me, that'd be fantastic. All right, so let's get rid of this. See these people that jump into other people's, you know, shows. That tells you everything you need to know, really, doesn't it? They haven't got the strength or the character to be able to do their own. Mine have given up and being subtle, says Trudy. uh, Jonathan says, Mom would scare the hell out of us. I know she would. She would definitely do that. 22 the hour, so I've literally got about 10 minutes left, guys, if you want to ask me more questions. Don't forget to, I'll be back Thursday night. Thursday night, that's 9 o'clock UK time, 9 o'clock GMT, which is roughly 4 p.m. Eastern. I'll be live here for my show Spirit Quest, which is again an interactive show, and I have one of my dear friends, Crystal Rose, as my guest on Thursday night. We have topics that we do in advance, but if there's a topic you'd like us to talk about, if it's a specific topic or area you'd like me to indulge or talk around, then let me know what it is, and we'll very likely happily dedicate a show to that. What I really, really need for you guys is to please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon. Please hit that and smash the like button. Alrighty, keep whacking that like button and keep sharing the show. And don't forget, would you like to win T-shirts, hats? Would you like to win private one-to-ones with me? Group sessions for your family? Would you like to be able to come out as my guest to one of my live theater shows when we go back on tour again? Or even come with me on a paranormal investigation? All open to you, as long as you are smashing that subscription and hitting the the little bell icon. But more importantly, the more people you invite and bring to the show pushes you right up that chain of winning a prize. Let's go for it. Why not? It's time for some more water. Oh, anyway, amazing. Thank you so much, Demi. It's my honor. Thank you. Remember, if you guys aren't here, I got nothing to do. So thank you. Phil says, I want to thank you for last week's reading. I found out that what don't trust the gold meant. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. And the reading was spot on once again. Phil, you're welcome. What did it mean? What did it mean? I remember saying it. Don't trust the gold. And I was thinking, the hell does that mean? But anyway, I'd be interested to understand what that means. Share, dear boy. Share. Yeah, Maria, more water. Maria, I have a gentleman around you. I have a gentleman around you in spirit. I get footsteps connected to this particular man. So either you followed in his footsteps, but I kind of I don't know whether this man was a father or a grandfather figure was connected to a uniform. So there's a uniform connection here, but I'm getting footsteps. So somebody walks in this person's footsteps. This person would have like called this what I do nonsense. Would have been poo poo this in an immediate. Would have went. I don't believe that subject matter. It's absolute total tosh. I don't believe in it. Um, and would have been very. Once he made his mind up, it was made up. It was kind of unbending afterwards, whether he was right or wrong. It was unbending. It was like boom, and that was it. However, there's something about there's something like I don't know. There's something like a connection to like the Masons or like a brethren that I'm supposed to acknowledge, like a brethren, like the Masons or some other fraternity that connects to something like that. I'm supposed to talk about, and I'm seeing the symbol that connects me to Marines here as well. There's a Marine in spirit that wants to be acknowledged. The person that crosses, there's a person connected here that's coming in on just coming in on the back, who wants me to be acknowledged. Was just like boom, I'm here and then I'm there. Okay, and it feels like a boom. So there is an event or situation that gets them from here to there. Okay, it doesn't feel to me like an illness. If it was an illness, but kind of like a violent illness, like an aneurysm, like a thud, like that. It feels like, and then I'm the other side of life. There's also a C or K name, like Catherine, Kevin, Kieran. C or K name I'm supposed to acknowledge. Um, who was it that who was supposed to move but didn't move? Okay, because it they're taking responsibility for the not move. Okay, they were like, no, 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 that wasn't supposed to happen. You weren't supposed to go to that place. It was supposed to, it'll happen, but not that place. Because I kind of get the feeling this was like that was a close one. You nearly went into that place, and that was not the right place to be in. Okay, so let's have a look at what Maria's saying. Grandfather was Giovanni, aka John, or my dad. That's my dad. He was a cop in Italy. Got it. That's the uniform. He fell and hit his head. Boom. He was gone. Got it. That makes sense. There's something about this gentleman, Maria, that has an amazing history. Like, for an example, he was connected. He maybe had to go and do something at the Vatican but there's a history here that's amazing. You're like, oh my god, he did that. That's the feeling I'm getting, because there's either medals here, or there is a vinification of his work, of what he did. He did something that, wow, like he jumped into the ocean, saved a child. I don't know, but there's something here that has medals connected to it, and sort of like warranted being in the newspapers under the spotlight here. Um, doesn't care that he went across to the other side of life the way he went, because he would have absolutely, he had no patience whatsoever, zero patience. Um, he's acknowledging one of your sons as being similar to him. So either one of your sons carries his name or carries his birthday, but there's a connection to one of your sons that he's acknowledging. But the personalities are similar as well. Zero patience. Okay, so an illness for this guy would have been a prison sentence. Did not like it. All right. So the way he goes to the other side of life, that's fine. I don't care. I'm here. I'm great. He said, "I'm with my brother. I'm with my brother." So he has a male to his side. He refers to his brother. I'm getting sneaky cigar. So either he sneaked out to have a cigar, or I don't know, but the sneaky cigar thing going on here, he wants me to acknowledge. Okay, let's bring some of this up so you guys can see it. Maria saying he climbed a fire escape and caught him sleeping in his bed with a gun under his pillow. Oh, wow, okay. He caught Giuliano. All right. I don't know who Giuliano is, but he caught Giuliano is. He just wants you to know that he's proud of what you've done. Okay. But he wants you to say, you have his energy. Okay. Think like him on this. Okay. Listen to me. You have his energy. Think like him on the situation. How would grandfather or how would dad handle that situation? Okay. Think like him on that situation. Kind of no black and white. Oh, sorry, black and white, no gray. But you're kind of too emotional. You're allowing too much emotion to cloud what the real issue is. There's a lot of yeah buts going on around you, and yeah buts have got no. It's either yes or no, and that's that. I'm supposed to say sometimes you got to fall over to figure out how to walk. All right, think about that. Sometimes you got to fall over to figure out how to walk. Guys, Maria, this card is not only just for you but for your family. So for Jonathan, Joe, your daughter, your grandchildren, the lot. He wants me to tease you about the polka dot, whatever that is. He wants me to tease you about the polka dot. The card and the final card of the night is joy, Maria. Joy. Joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical sense that everything is possible. Joy brings from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible levels. That is an amazing message. Guys, I'm sorry to say, we literally are almost at the end of tonight's show. I do hope you've enjoyed it. I do hope you've enjoyed the show, and I hope it's brought you closure in some areas, maybe open your mind in other areas. Oh my God, the nightgown I'm wearing, Mickey Mouse, and we used to tease him about the same as being as Mickey. Oh, there you go. It was just his way of saying it was him. Okay, it's just his way of saying, "Yep, yep, it's me." Alrighty. I wish to share with you all that our friends and family are very much a part of our lives. It's the bonds of love we had with our families that still connect us to them on the other side of life. I want to let you all know that it's called the next life for a reason, their next life. Okay. So they have stuff to get on with. Okay. It's about the progression of the soul, the progression of who we are as energies, as people. Okay. That progression carries on. They try to talk to you on a regular basis, but are you listening? That's the thing. Okay. And when you do listen, you've got a tendency to challenge whether or not you actually heard them. Why not just go, "Oh, okay, wow, that was good. Thank you very much. Could you do it again, please?" Because I tell you what, they will take every opportunity to do it again. I will be back this Thursday night at 9 p.m. UK time, which is around about 4 p.m. Eastern. Why not come and join me for Spirit Quest, the journey of life? We have topics, we have Q&A, we have complete interaction. If you want to come on to the show and talk to me one-to-one, I can make that happen. Why not? Come on the show, speak to me one-to-one. Happily talk to you. It's about interactive. I knew he'd never leave. You just answered my question. I'm done looking for the answer. He just answered it. Maria, you've got a great life ahead of you. It's your turn. Remember that. Until I see you again, guys, communicate, appreciate, and validate everyone in your life so medium never has to do it for you. What does it mean? It means take stock about who's in your life, the important people in your life, and make sure you tell them just how important they are so that I don't ever have to make that connection for you. So that when they go happily and you remain happily and you acknowledge them by making your life the best it possibly can be because they're watching you from the other side of life and they would rather watch you feeling proud than watch you feeling sad. Good night. God bless. I'll see you Thursday. Look out for each other. Don't forget, zip across, have a wee look around my website, www. See at the bottom of the screen, paulfrancis111.com. Make sure that you subscribe on my YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell icon, and don't forget to like the shows. It's really, really important. So good night. God bless. And I will see you Thursday night, as long as I'm allowed to be. So if there's no more questions, I'm going to say good night to you. And I'm going to wish you all the very, very best. See you Thursday.